What's up guys, Boy Cozy, and welcome back to another video. Black Ops 6 just released and you're probably wondering, is it worth your money? Well, in today's video, we'll be going through every detail of the game and answering that question just for you. And just so you guys know, I'm reliable. I started playing Call of Duty on MW2 and MW3 way back in the years, maybe before you guys were even born, those of you guys that are watching and part of the younger audience, so I know what a good Call of Duty looks like. And before we finish the rest of the video, I did cut my face pretty bad, let's just ignore that. So let's talk about pricing of what the game costs and the different editions that they have. So the regular Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I believe you can get it for $70 on any store. Xbox players are lucky because you can get the Ultimate Game Pass, I believe it's called, for $20 a month, and it actually includes Black Ops 6 with it. PlayStation players, PC players have to get the game for $70. They also do have another edition called the Vault Edition, which I believe you can get for $100, and it comes with a few extra features. Now there's two things that we're going to focus on about this game in this video, and that's going to be multiplayer and zombies. I'm not going to really focus too much on campaign, but if you guys do want to see a separate video on that, please let me know down in the comments and we'll definitely go over it. So let's jump right into multiplayer and talk about everything. So online multiplayer is going to have the same game modes that we see in every Call of Duty: Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirm, Domination, Control, Search and Destroy, etc. We aren't seeing game modes like Capture the Flag, but maybe that's going to come down the line. They also have future game modes like they continuously do in every Call of Duty, and this week we have Kill Order, Face Off Mosh Pit, along with Gunfight. Now they do have a training course along with the shooting range, but they still continue to do in every Call of Duty. Let's jump into custom loadout. This Call of Duty, I expected us to have to unlock custom loadouts as we prestige, but it looks like we're able to create as many classes as we want. So there's a huge variety of guns, from assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs, and sniping is finally back in this Call of Duty. I absolutely love the sniping in this game. Just because these are the only guns in the game right now doesn't mean that they're going to continuously to add more guns as we progress throughout the year. Score streaks are still pretty much similar. We only see a few new ones, such as a scout post, which is a radar ping that reveals nearby enemies on the user's minimap. Unlucky camos for the gun seems a lot more easier than what they made it before in the other Call of Duties. It seems just like your regular one where you got to get your headshots, and then along with two other special camos. Enough of the small details, let's jump into the actual gameplay of multiplayer itself and how it feels. So as many of you guys know, Omnia Movement is a new thing that Black Ops 6 developers added. Omnia Movement is something new to Call of Duty, and this seems like the first Call of Duty to ever have it. There's also this new thing where you're able to grab players from behind and use them as a shield. Not really a system that changes so much in the game. I think you only hold them for about 5 to 10 seconds. It seems like the community is using it more for memes rather than for actual gameplay. The maps themselves seem pretty decent. I'm not really a huge fan of all the maps that they added. I'm not a huge fan of water in maps, and some of the maps just seem way too big, too much going on. But there are some really good maps where there just seems like a lot of action going on. There's not too much running around, not too much looking. The lanes are perfect. There's very few maps that are like that, but at least we have some in the game. Overall gameplay feels pretty smooth, doesn't feel slow at all, and it feels kind of like an old Call of Duty. One thing I wish they would have taken out is the operators, because I do think it's a little bit excessive. We have like zombie woods, we have regular woods, but sometimes these operators blend in with these maps and make it a whole lot harder to see them. I do notice there are some bugs within this game. As you guys can see, I was trying to select this class, and the class that I had customized, I was selecting it and it was still giving me a whole nother class, and it did that for like 2 or 3 games, and I couldn't do nothing about it. Another issue I was experiencing, and I'm still currently experiencing right now, which ruins the game completely for me, is the lobbies are continued to be muted for myself, and there's nothing I could do about it. I tried unmuting them, I resetted my game, I resetted my PlayStation, and it seems like nothing's working, and no one knows what's going on, and a few other people are also having this issue. Besides those 2 bugs, everything in multiplayer seems to be running smoothly. In my personal opinion, it does feel like the closest we're going to get to an older style Call of Duty. I do think there's a lot more fun to have in this game as opposed to the other ones, and there's a lot more progression to have. They make the camos so easy to get, where it doesn't seem like you're dreading yourself just to unlock these camos, or you have to grind your life out just to unlock them. You really can just enjoy the game while unlocking the camos and going through every gun. And like I said earlier in the video, sniping is finally back. I enjoy sniping on this game. It feels a lot more smoother. Overall, in my opinion, just the multiplayer within this game is completely worth it. It is the closest we're going to get to an older style Call of Duty. It does seem a lot more fun now. There's so much to be done, so much clips to be made. The Omnia Movement makes it fun for clips to be made. Using people as human shields can create so much funny clips. The sniping is back. Trick shotting can be back. There's so much stuff to be done in multiplayer. The progression part of multiplayer seems back, and we now have something to grind for, and we all want to be the highest prestige that we can at the end of the day. Now that we got multiplayer out of the way, let's jump right into zombies. So if you guys have seen all over social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, the community is really divided in half when it comes to the zombies. Some would say that the zombies is round based, it's one of the best zombies that we've ever had compared to the old one, and some would say this is not what they bought the game for. Before we get into my personal opinion, opinion, let's jump straight into the facts about the Zombies game mode. So the main question that you guys are probably asking for is Zombies round based? And the answer to that is yes, it is round based, but you can exfil, you can end the game if you want to. Doesn't mean you have to. You can continue climbing up the rounds if you like, but there is so much to do in this Zombies game mode where it's hard to fit everything in one video, but I'll try my best to explain it for you guys. Before we jump into the actual gameplay itself, there are 2 maps at the moment. Doesn't mean that they're not going to add any DLC, but there are 2 maps that you guys can play on. A cool feature that they added in Zombies game mode is now if you load up a solo game, you're able to save and quit. That is a huge feature for those solo zombie players that want to build up the rounds. You guys can get to the highest round you possibly can and does no longer have to be in one sitting. Or if you guys remember, like in the old days, you don't have to leave your Xbox or PlayStation running for the whole week. Just like the newer Call of Duties, you're able to customize your classes along with keeping the Gobblegum pack. I'm not really a zombie player myself, so you guys have to let me know down in the comments if this is a neat feature or not. But it seems like they added augments for the perks, and you can even research them. I'm still trying to understand what this means, but I thought I'd just let you guys know that this is another feature that they have within the Zombies loading screen before you join a game. Another feature that they added within the Zombies loading screen is now you're able to go over every wonder weapon they have in the game, and it looks like on some you can even put a custom skin on it, such as the ray gun. At the moment they currently only have 3 wonder weapons, but just as I mentioned about the other features doesn't mean that they're going to add more in the future. There's so much to do within Zombies now, and it seems like they kept it kind of normal for those who wanted just a round base. You're able to just continue building up like I mentioned earlier, and you're able to participate in these little side quests if you wanted to. I'm more stuck on the older Zombies like Black Ops 1, such as Keener de Totten and 5, and it seems like the zombies in Black Ops 6 kind of relate to that. Playing with a group of friends or even by yourself finally seems fun again. In my personal opinion, the Zombies game mode does seem worth it, and it seems like the closest we've had, just like multiplayer, to the older Call of Duties. Well, that is going to be it for today's video. Hopefully I answered you guys' questions and gave you guys a better idea of what Call of Duty Black Ops 6 consists of. I'll let you guys answer the question, is Call of Duty Black Ops 6 really worth it? You guys let me know down in the comments. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.